Oh, what's up, YouTube? Uh, I need to turn on the fan, so you guys got to bear with me for a second. It's actually a pretty warm day. I am a little winded. For those of you who are following along with the workout series, you know that it's health and fitness, health and fitness, health and wellness every day. That's my new mindset, period. Like for the rest of my life, not just New Year's resolution. This is more like a commitment to excellence for me. So I'm out of breath a little bit. So for those of you who are watching the workout series, the fat burner / strength training workout, it's been going really, really good. I feel stronger. It's been every day, 1 hour, Monday through Friday. Yesterday I was beat up. It was just Friday, so I took that day off. But I'm doing it today to close out the week strong. So Saturday. So last week, basically, I'll recap. Monday I worked out for an hour. Tuesday I worked out for an hour. Wednesday I worked out for an hour. Thursday I worked out for an hour. So that was 4 days in a row. I was sprinting, doing 8-count bodybuilders, dips, 50 crunches every day, and then a victory lap, and I do a warm up, and I did 50 jumping jacks to get the heart rate up. I've been drinking a lot of water every day. Water. No sodas, no juice. The only thing I have that I've had in the last week with any type of sugar in it is coffee with some creamer. That's it. Other than that, I promise you it's just been water. It's all I've drank. No beer, no soda, no juice. None of that stuff is bad for you. Sugar is bad for you. So I had to cut out juice. I don't drink soda anyway, so it's not like I had to cut soda out. It was already not part of my lifestyle. I don't buy soda. But I do like fresh fruit juice, like cranberry juice. That's my favorite. I like grapefruit juice, stuff like that. But I cut it out. I'm not saying I'm going to cut that out completely, because there's nothing wrong with like a 4-ounce cup of juice. But, you know, us Americans, we'll drink 16 ounces, 18, 20-ounce cups with ice and just kill it because it tastes good and it's hot or whatever, and you're thirsty, and sugar, calories. And that's what happens. We take in calories through those liquid forms, milkshakes. When you go to Starbucks and you get those mocha frappuccinos, whoo, check out how many calories are in one 16-ounce mocha frappuccino. It is a lot. You got caramel in there, fudge, whatever. Even if you're like, oh, use almond milk, doesn't matter. It's loaded with sugar in that drink. I don't really drink Starbucks. I've never been a big Starbucks person. I like hanging out there for the Wi-Fi and all that, and having a regular cup of coffee or just iced coffee. But that's about it. So my advice is make some promises, not resolutions. Just promise yourself that you're going to be better to yourself. Be good to yourself. So what I'm doing here, I'm at home. I'm doing push-ups and crunches here inside the house, and then outside there's the dip bar. And it's hard to explain, but there's a stairwell, and where that stairwell is over there, right over there, there's a bend where the stairs do a 90-degree angle, and that's where I do my dips, where that 90-degree angle is from the stairwell. I'll have to demonstrate it, but anyways, bottom line is I'm doing dips, which is a strength training exercise. I've gone over this, but I'll go over it again. Dips will tone up your pectoral muscles, and they also work on the back of your arm, which is the tricep area. That horseshoe, people call it the horseshoe. That bulgy area in the back right there is your tricep. This is your bicep, the long muscle. That's the bicep. Everybody flexes the bicep, right? In movies, that's the bicep. That's the tricep. Pectoral muscles are your chest muscles. When you do dips, you're working this part. that little curve on the side. Same thing over here. That's what you're working when you're doing push-ups and dips. Push-ups kind of work on the whole chest, but dips work on that lower part. For women and men both have pectoral muscles in their chest. We all do. Women just happen to have fatty tissue there called breast tissue or whatever, mammary glands. Men don't have that. So men tend to be a little bit more muscular than women, but it doesn't mean that women cannot be muscular or train. Women can train and become muscular, but in a feminine way, in a sexy way. There's nothing wrong with a woman being fit, toned, and having muscles. There's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, there's everything right with that. If a woman takes care of herself, gets fit, takes care of her health, drinks water, takes the proper vitamins, gets sun. You have to get sun. Sun converts, when sun hits your skin, it converts into vitamin D in your body, which we all need that. And from what I understand, the United States is one of the most vitamin D deficient countries on the planet Earth. That we don't get enough vitamin D because we have GMOs. Our food is synthetic GMOs. I mean, seeds are supposed to be inside of fruits and vegetables. We get so many seedless fruits and vegetables that they're nutrient deficient. We're a lacking country in so many ways. Even though we have so much, we also lack a lot of things that we should have. I don't know what happened in our country to where we've gotten to where we don't take care of each other. We don't take care of our neighbors. We don't take care of ourselves. We're so greedy in the United States. We care more about money than anything else. That seems like number one, when it should be God number one. You cannot serve both God and money. God is first, then take care of your wife, your family, then take care of yourself. You got to love yourself so you can love others. That's why we're here on the planet, is to take care of people. We're here to show God reverence and then take care of ourselves and take care of people. Those are the big things. Feed homeless people. You see somebody struggling, help them, pray for them. Be that good Samaritan. Read the story in the book of Luke about the Good Samaritan. Jesus said, do this and you will live. Go help people. You see somebody on the street suffering, and you have the ability, if you have the ability to pull over, drive and stop your car, go over there and say, hey, can I buy you a sandwich? What's wrong with you? You don't know what that person just went through. I just saw something on YouTube the other day that struck me. It was about this crazy case that happened not long ago, just a few years ago in Ohio, where this guy was a convicted rapist, went to prison for 15 years, refused to take any kind of counseling while he was in prison for sexual registered offenders to get, kind of counseling and healed up. So when he gets out, he won't do it. And he didn't do that. He stayed. He's like, I'm going to do my 15 years the way I want to do my 15 years. 15 years later, he gets out of prison. He's a registered sex offender because he raped somebody, brutally raped him. He gets out of prison. He rents a room at this little seedy little house. And he just goes on this rape and killing spree. And he ended up killing 11 women, raping and killing, beheading them, just horrible stuff. I watched it. So this documentary on this situation was, they interviewed like at least 3 women who survived that he didn't kill, and how they were able to survive. All 3 of them were raped. One of them jumped out of a window. She was naked. There's a video of it and everything on the documentary. Another one talked him out of it. Said she wouldn't tell, and then the other one, same thing. She said she wasn't going to tell. She just got beat up by this guy, and then here he is. He's like, I got to kill you, otherwise you're going to tell. And she had to convince him, no, I'm not going to tell. So he let her live. Some of these women reported him. That's another story. The point being is that there's a lot of evil in the world like that. People that are sick in the head. And the lady was walking away, beaten up, bloodied. Walked by a church, and she says this in the video. She goes, I walked by some church people. She goes, they all stared at me. She goes, and I heard some of them laughing at me, and I could tell they were pointing at me. She goes, and I had a black eye, bloody nose, fat lip. I was all beaten up, bruised. I just survived what was the tragedy of almost getting murdered. And she was like, I was raped all through the night, and I was scared out of my mind. And she goes, I went to like a place to heal, like to hide out. She goes, I slept for days. She goes, I didn't report to the police because I figured, she goes, I'm a prostitute. They're not going to believe me. She was a drug addict, all these things. So the people at the church, what she was saying was, they were like, they made her feel worse after what she just went through. Here's these church people on a Sunday. She just survived a life and death ordeal, and they're pointing at her and laughing at her. Church people. These are people on a Sunday morning going, look at her, laughing at her. Church people you could be some of the most hypocritical people on the planet when you say you go to church every Sunday. That doesn't make you a good person. What makes you a good person is you accept the fact that you're a sinner and that you need to help people and not judge them. God is good. That's it. We're all sinners. We all fall short of the glory of God. I didn't mean to go on this tangent, but it just reminded me to think of, if you don't take care of yourself and love yourself, how can you love somebody else? Love other people. Love your neighbor as yourself. I've been on that lately. So I'm going to listen to my audio Bible here in a little bit. But I wanted to get this video in because it's Saturday afternoon now. I'm on my workout series and I'm at home. There's no excuse. I live here by myself in my apartment. Going through a divorce. It's going to be finalized now. And no hard feelings on that from my ex-wife. Like I've moved on. She's moved on. I'm proud of her because she's gone through some challenges. I'm glad she's doing much better. She's a good person, and it just wasn't meant to be. But you have to learn how to forgive people. I asked her many times for forgiveness. She asked me for forgiveness. I forgive her. You have to forgive and let go. You can't hold on to bitterness and anger. During that time, it was tough for me. We had a lot of angry situations between us, a lot of arguments, and man, it was tough. But when you're alone, you could focus on God. You could focus on your relationship. You could pray. You could read your Bible. You could get all the clutter out of your life and just be like, see clearly what you need, what you don't need, who you need in your life, who you don't need in your life, and just take a breather. Realize you're only here for 85, 90 years if you're fortunate enough. Tommy Lasorda just passed away. God rest his soul. Dodger manager, champion manager, world champion. And he got to live long enough to see the Dodgers get another championship just last year in 2020. So Tommy Lasorda was 93 years old. He lived a long time. That's a long time. And he was a survivor of a heart attack back in, I don't know when, but he survived a heart attack. Sentinel Hospital has a cardiac wing named after him, the Tommy Lasorda cardiac wing or something at the Sentinel Hospital. That's where my mom was treated. She suffered a heart attack and then had to survive and live on many years past that. And so you never know when it's your last day. You may be walking around like you're perfectly healthy, nothing wrong with you, boom, you're gone. So what I'm saying is not to be morbid. I'm not morbid at all. I appreciate life. I appreciate every moment. I do my best. No getting drunk, no chasing after pleasures of this life, alcohol, drugs, sexual pleasures, all those kinds of things. If you're married, then you have that intimacy with your wife, or if you're a woman, you have your intimacy with your husband. That's the sexual pleasure that God designed it for, right there. So I'm just saying, work out. Hopefully, take care of yourself in that way. If you can't work out, I understand. Not everybody's physically able to, but whatever you can do, do it. And if you can do something for somebody else, it feels good to help people. It really does. Help yourself, then help somebody else. Saturday afternoon, continuing with the workout series. Please comment, like, share. Let me know what you want to see me do as far as the workouts. I'm gonna pick it up again on Monday. Take it tomorrow off to rest, stretch, drink water. Drink water every day, everybody. I can't harp on that enough. Stretch, drink water, and believe in yourself. It all starts up here. All right, so Monday, when we go back out there again, 1 hour workouts. Instead of doing 50 jumping jacks, it's going to be 75 jumping jacks. And instead of 30 8-count bodybuilders, it's going to be 35 8-count bodybuilders. If you're following along and you're trying to train with me, that's what we're going to do on Monday all week long. Same with the 50 crunches, because that's a weak point for me. I have no shame in admitting I'm not perfect. I have a beer gut that I'm working off. And part of that is my diet, my mindset, my diet, and then the exercise. drink a lot of water, do those 50 crunches, which will soon be 75 crunches, and then 100 crunches as I get better. But I'm losing weight, and I weigh about 236, 237 now, and I'm trying to get down to about 205. That's my personal goal, and I want to maintain that weight, and I can still defend myself, knock somebody out if I had to, right? So thanks for watching, everybody. I know I went on a little rant, but the whole thing is something on my heart. I wanted to talk about taking care of people, forgiving people. Forgive yourself too. Whatever you did, don't harp on yourself. Don't beat yourself up too much. Yesterday was yesterday. Today's today. Talk to God. He knows what you did. He knows what you're thinking. Talk to God. If you don't talk to him, he still knows what you did. He still knows what you're thinking. So talk to him. That's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. And please comment, say something. And then if you want a prayer request, leave it in the comments below. Oh yeah. Staff Sergeant Calhoun from Whittier. Out.